Hi, I'm Matt Patterson, enterprise reporter with the Oklahoman, and we're back with another edition of Zoo Tales. I'm joined by Carrie Allen and Kimberly Laser from the Oklahoma City Zoo. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Absolutely.
We've got a few things coming up, and I know one of them is starting this week is the OBI. You all have had a long-term partnership with OBI. Talk about what's going on with that.
Many years. We have partnered with Oklahoma Blood Institute just to be able to help them promote the fact that summer is a really kind of a low season as far as blood supply. So we just like to help them kind of get the word out to, for people to donate blood at any facility, any blood drive that there is. And also, we will have a bloodmobile at the zoo on July 11th, just so everybody can remember that. But it's just a way that we can help them and partner. And there's T-shirts, that we always have designed, and this year, as you can see, it's got the bison on it, the state animal, and the theme is like don't roam, give close to home. So just kind of keep it local and do your part here in the Metroplex and help the Oklahoma Blood Institute. So when you donate, then of course, you get a couple of adult zoo tickets for free. So it's always a nice trade-off.
A little perk there.
Yeah.
And
that starts today.
And that starts today. And then what day is the bloodmobile?
It goes through August 31st, but the bloodmobile will be at the zoo on July 11th.
Okay.
So July 11th.
People will have a couple of months to kind of build up their strength.
That's right. It's not a big deal if you've ever donated blood for people 16 in good health, age 16 and up. It's not a big deal. I've done it. Come to the zoo afterwards and wear your T-shirt proudly.
And I think you get like juice or some cookies or something afterwards. So not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal.
We have something in town right now that I think a lot of people are super excited about. They've probably seen the ads on TV. The Lion King is here, I think, through the end of the month. I think.
Yes, I think it's through the 28th of May.
Right.
But this week, on Thursday, the select cast members from The Lion King that's showing at the Civic Center are going to be at the zoo. So it's just going to be a really, really fun morning from 10 to 11 this Thursday. So that's the 18th. We're going to have the cast members from The Lion King. We're going to have some animal enrichment, some prizes, some giveaways, and they can, people that come can meet some of the cast members. And so we're going to have The Lion King where they need to be, and where else is that but the zoo? So we're just so excited.
And it's not going to be Scar. You don't know who it's going to be.
You don't know. You don't know who it's going to be, but it will be magnificent.
Yeah, the costumes are they going to be in costume and everything? Obviously,
as far as I know, yes, they're going to be in full costumes, and so just regular admission applies to get into the zoo, and I think a lot of this is going to go on in the plaza. Before you actually go into the zoo, but you never know.
Right.
So be prepared to be able to enter the zoo and partake of the festivities. So
I think that would stop anybody in their tracks if they just happened to show up that day and saw the Lion King.
We are so excited.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And we are sending down some information to our zoo friends, and I think on social media there's a way to get some discount tickets to the Lion King through the zoo social media platforms if they want to check those out.
That's a good thing. The tickets are
$15 off.
Not a bad deal.
Yes.
Speaking of lions, which are kind of an endangered species, this is my transition into this. We are having Endangered Species Day is this month, right,
yes.
Kim?
Yes, it's actually on Friday. It's a great opportunity to come out and see exactly what we do at the zoo. I have a little friend here with us today. This is Arizona.
The Texas turtle who's
living in Oklahoma, whose name is Arizona. She is a Texas tortoise, and she is actually a threatened species. And what that means is that there are special laws in place to protect her species because they do have problems in the wild. They are slow to procreate. So this is a tortoise that what we think happened is somebody might have taken it in as a pet, realized that they couldn't take proper care of it, and probably released her up here. And she was found up here in Oklahoma, not where she's supposed to be. So we nursed her back to health and now provide her a permanent home where she can also be an ambassador for her species. But Endangered Species Day is going to be a wonderful opportunity not only to see Arizona, but a lot of her friends. The zoo has, I believe it's now 46 critically endangered or endangered animals that we care for. And we participate in 45 SSPs that we cooperate with other zoos across the country to be able to contribute and help out with any of our endangered animals across the world.
And why are they endangered? Most people think, well, it's Texas. It's it's not like palm deforestation somewhere else. I mean, why are they endangered?
We have endangered and threatened species right here in the United States. Sometimes it is habitat loss. Sometimes it can be pet trade. There's many different reasons. We always think of the zoos helping just our exotic species from other countries, but we do a lot of work here locally, especially with our reptile and our amphibian species, which are really important. They're cornerstone species that help provide habitats or food sources for a lot of other species here in our habitats.
Do you know in Texas where these are typically found? Are they more southern or is there
Northern,
certain
southern to southern central, and they do go down into Mexico. So central Texas is about as far north as they go, and then down from there.
And we don't think she made it. You think, like you said, you think?
No, she's pretty small. Although we can only estimate her age. We think she's in her 20s. We think she was born sometime in the 1990s. We're not really sure exactly how old she is, but she still has to have some growing to do. So we know that even at this age, she probably would not have been able to make it up that way. And especially because of the winters, they get a lot harsher as we come into Oklahoma. The species would not do well there.
How old could she live to be?
We think around 60 years old. This is a species we're still learning a lot about, and we don't really know exactly how long, but the estimate is around 60 years.
Wow,
So she still has quite a few many years with us, hopefully.
And you guys have tortoises or turtles at the zoo that are much
do.
older than that, right?
We have Galapagos tortoises, and we also participate in their SSP. Another great thing is if you come out to the zoo, either on Endangered Species Day or any day, we do have a wild encounter with our Galapagos tortoises where you can get up close and personal and meet some of our gals and girls. They're in their 70s and 90s, so that's a really long-lived species. We still like to say 90 years young, where you can actually have an encounter with these species that are tremendously endangered, and we're really doing everything we can to save them.
Yeah, I think it's been a while, but I remember that there's some that came to the zoo in the 1940s that you guys still have. They're alive and on exhibit.
Yep,
right?
Max is in his 90s right now, so he's been around for quite a few years. And they're only one of many species. I said our zoo cares for 46 critically endangered and endangered. If you add the threatened species, I believe we're up to 54 now. So we do care for quite a few and participate with a lot of the other areas, the other zoos and habitats to be able to provide genetic variability and sustainability. And endangered species, not just about that, but also about other conservation efforts. Our zoo participates with a lot of other zoos, and we contribute in many different ways, and that's exactly what you'll get to find. We'll have tables set up, and we'll have activities for the kids, and you guys can have a map that'll take you around and show you exactly what we do and how we contribute to conservation.
And that's from 10 to 2.
Yep, 10 to 2 on Friday.
On Friday.
Yep, endangered species.
And you guys also have the Safari Soiree.
Soiree.
We were trying to figure out how to pronounce that, but
that's a good lead-in because this is an event that's new to the zoo that ultimately helps conservation, our conservation initiatives. So we are so thrilled that we're going to get to do this, and the reason we're bringing it up today is because it was supposed to be this coming Saturday, the 20th, but the weather reports aren't so good, and this was going to be at night at the zoo, so this was going to be you being able to explore the zoo with your flashlights and all the nighttime glitter and glam at the zoo. I know you didn't believe that, but it's true. There's a whole nother thing that happens.
You should see the zoo at night. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and but we're going to postpone it or reschedule it till the 17th of June.
So June 17th, okay.
June 17th, that's a Saturday as well, and a lot of people have already bought their tickets for it, and so we're getting the word out that it's being rescheduled to the 17th. So, in Oklahoma, you really can't predict the weather, but we're thinking it's going to not be very friendly Saturday night. So, hopefully, the 17th of June it will be, and people can come out and buy their tickets. And it is a fundraiser for the zoo, and so it's a 21 and up event, and there'll be bands and food and exotic drinks and no kidding, flashlights for people, and just a really neat time to it's just kind of a way to thank Oklahomans for their support for the zoo, and also to raise that money for conservation. We have really had a kind of a conservation initiative growing in that area, and now we're just really kind of skyrocketing as far as our impact in the world. So when you support the Oklahoma City Zoo, you're supporting like 32 different projects in 20 countries and 4 continents now. So we're not, we're local, but we're also global in our reach and our impact. So when you buy a zoo membership, anything like this, like an event, you know that that's what's happening, and that we're going to support endangered and critically endangered species all around the world now.
And so once again, June
17th.
June 17th.
And it'll be at nighttime, and they can look on social media to get that website address, but it is through zoofriends.org. So,
all right.
yeah, it's
Lots
going to
of
be
stuff
really
going
a
on.
lot of fun,
Yes.
things going on. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, Carrie and Kim and Arizona, by way of Texas, now
Arizona,
living
yep.
in Oklahoma. Thanks for coming in today, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.